Audio.etc is proudly supported by Auto Sound and Security. Good morning guys, how's it going? James here from Audio.etc. Welcome back, thank you for coming back and seeing how I get on with the back doors in this legacy. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. So on Friday, since I didn't film that day, I only had half a day here because I had to go off and do a family thing. But what I did was I worked on mounting the rear speakers in these doors. I just wanted to sort of figure out how I was going to do it. As you know, the front ones I made up full custom baffles and everything like that, but these ones in the back I was able to make it work with just our prefabricated Subaru baffles that we get from our supplier. No, these don't bolt straight into the factory locations, but they're 18mm thick. The screw holes are always in the right place. The only thing I had to do was I went around, I used the flush trim router bit on the table router, and I had to expand the center hole out a wee bit by literally like a millimeter or two, because it just wasn't quite, the speaker didn't quite go into it all the way. But like the inside used to be painted black, same as the outside, but I only had to take like a millimeter off, so now it's just wood color. Anyway, so here's what I've done. You can see I've got the speaker actually mounted. So I was able to I worked out the positioning of the of this baffle, the best way to do it, because it has got like this knob at the side here and these wider parts. You can see I've got some foam tape behind it there, nice soft connection to the door, and there's also that foam ring behind the speaker as well. I'll show you when I take it all off, but basically the 4 screws here are going through the speaker, through the wood, and now they do line up with holes in the metal which I have drilled, but I'm not 100% sure if they're going all the way through or not, because I think these screws might not be just quite long enough to go all the way through. But these ones obviously here are definitely going through the middle, so that's maybe something I need to, you know, try and work out if there's a way I can get some slightly longer screws for these ones to go all the way through the middle so it fully squeezes it all up. I think one thing I might do though before I take it back out, because I actually haven't done this yet, it's probably a good idea, I might do a test fit with the door card and see that it all pops back on and everything like that, make sure it's still going to fit and not something too close and all that sort of stuff. There's just a pop down in that corner there that it has to go in, and then that's really the only thing that could possibly get in the way. As long as this knob here doesn't come too close to anything, we'll be right. Let's just try and put the door cut on real quick. Oh, and this is with the window all the way down to the bottom as well, by the way guys. The window actually doesn't even end up coming behind the speaker, it stops about here because it only goes down like this low, it doesn't allow you to go the full way down. It's got like the kiddie lock thing on it. Anyway, pop this on. Everything seems to clear at this side. Yep, we're all good. Let's give it a torch. Oh, cool. Speaker is like the perfect distance away from the grill. It's like about 10mm away from the actual grill of the door, so that's perfect because we're not going to be getting more than 10mm of excursion, but it's nice and close. Perfect, so I know that setup works. I can go ahead with the other side, but before I do that today, I'm pretty much just going to be trying to get the sound deadening done. It'd be really good if I could get both of the sound deadening done on both of these doors done today, but I don't want to make myself any promises I can't keep. But that's what I'm going to try and do. Let's take the speaker out of here. There's that foam ring I was talking about, same as the front ones that comes with the speaker. Wasn't plugged in, it was just doing a test fit. And I'm not going to take the baffle out because it's mounted in there. I'm happy with where it's sitting. And obviously at the moment all the screw holes are all lining up with each other, so I don't want to move it and then misalign things. So you can see I've got that layer of foam there behind it so that there's no rattle or anything like that between the wood and the metal. But then also something else I did was I went around this, this is the metal here, and it was a slightly smaller hole than the wood. The speaker does clear it, but just for the sake of, you know, being doubly sure and, you know, and confident and everything like that, I went around, wrapped the whole thing in foam tape just so that there's no like metal on anything connection or rattling or tapping or anything like that. I just wanted that to be wrapped just in case, but I mean I am 99% sure that everything clears and it's fine. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but all the screw holes, because I managed to get this perfectly centered over the hole, all the screw holes perfectly line up. See if I can show you in there. It's like all the screw holes are right on the angle part of the metal. And behind here, actually I can show you over that side. You can see over there, there's like that, where the inner ring is, there's like an angle. Focus. It like angles in, and all the screws holes line up perfectly on that. So that was a wee bit annoying, but it's okay because I got this thing, whoops, zoomed in. I got this thing mounted and then was able just to use the drill bit and go straight through there and slowly drill my way through it. But anyway, long story short, that's what I did on Friday. Just, you know, got my mounting situation sorted for how I'm going to do the speakers and the rear doors. And now I have to clean these doors for new sound deadening and apply it. That means I have to take off all this existing sound deadening which is covering the holes. I'm not taking off these bits, I'm leaving them on. I'll probably even leave some of this stuff, to be honest. But this has to come off, that has to come off. And there's in here, it's hard to see, but the sound deadening they've done on the outside skin of the door has got layers of, they've got some foam over it, like squishy foam. I have to take that off because my sound deadening will not stick over top of that, so that has to come off, unfortunately. Which ain't easy, and it adds about an extra at least hour per door doing this prep work for it. More than an hour than on top of what it usually would be. But yeah, just unfortunate. This one's already coming off actually, isn't it? Look at that. Looks like they did double layer it though, so that's good. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna try and work as fast as I can, so I'm gonna do a time lapse. And I'll catch up with you guys once I have got these doors prepped. $75, 60. $112. front woofers are just a tiny bit too close to the back of the door card, and you can hear them making this sort of rattling sound if you listen. Not sure if the microphone is picking that up or not, but just before when I was testing, I could pop the door card out just a tiny bit and it would go away on this side. So I think what I need to do is just take the front door cards off and get the power file in behind them and carve off maybe a little bit excess plastic or something loose that's sitting in the way there. It's just at the very bottom of the woofer, not the top. But yeah, by the way, the back speakers are done, the back doors are done for sound deadening, everything's good. I've just done the time alignment and now I'm doing a bit of a tuning, and this isn't going to be the end of it. What I want to do is tomorrow, because it's about nearly closing time here now, so I've gotten a decent bit done today. What I want to do is have the speakers all kind of running in tomorrow, and then at the end of the day I'm going to ask Pat if it's okay if I have my car here tomorrow, and I want to do a listening test comparing this car to my car.
There's a customer asking for you.
Oh, okay, there's a customer asking for me. Right, yep, sorry, that took a while. So yeah, everything is sounding good so far. I can't actually remember what I was saying when I left. I just spoke to a guy for about half an hour. Heard me, so I can't remember what I was saying. Sounding good at the moment. Yeah, what I was saying, I was going to run the speakers in tomorrow, and then I want to do a listening test comparing this car to my car, honestly, without the subwoofer in my car going at the same settings and everything, and see, just out of curiosity, what car sounds better acoustically, because all that is different is the location of the front speakers. Well, all that's different is the location of the front mid-ranges and tweeters, and the stereo. My one is an AVH X8850BT, and this is an AVH Z5050BT. So they're basically the same stereo. This has just got a few more newer things in it, but all the same sound settings. So it'll be interesting to see what it sounds like. But I need to confirm with Pat that I can bring my car in tomorrow, because normally I bring my motorbike in on Tuesdays. But other than that, that is everything from me today, guys. Sorry that it was a shorter video. I realize it was mostly time-lapse, but that's just what it is with sound deadening. You know, you've got to get stuff done. Very head down, time and labor intensive work. But I'm quite glad that I got it all done in one day. Both of the rear doors deadened and the rear speakers installed. It was good that I didn't have to make any custom baffles or anything like that. I was able to use the prefabricated ones, get away with that. Oh, something I need to remember to do tomorrow is just try and eliminate some of the rattle coming from these front doors. Yeah, because I have had this issue with these Legacies before. It's a very, very tight fit. But that's okay, I'll tackle it tomorrow. Thank you for watching today, guys. Thanks for coming back. Choose to be happy, and I'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Kite Ano.